Triple H reacted to the crowd chanting for one last match, and Triple H was pretty non-negotiable with his response. He said, "Trust me, there ain't one more match left in this. You know how they say, if it's the last thing I do, it would be the last thing I do."
That was a good answer too.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard from anyone from inside WWE, but Triple H had heart issues.
Yes.
But considering, well, I know Ric Flair had a pacemaker, and your contention he wants to die in the ring, but is Triple H in that bad a health now?
I don't think he's in that bad of health an health issue, but I don't think he wants to press his luck. Most of those guys in the Triple H range, they wouldn't mind maybe having one last match, but it's the performance they could put in. He'd rather be remembered on his performances already done than be like judged on what he can do now. You saw Ric Flair's last match. Ask me, did I see Ric Flair's
well, we all judged it. I know that, but yes, did you?
Did
how
I
many
see
times did you
Ric
watch
Flair's
it?
Yes, I did. Was it his?
Did you
was
watch it
it
more
his
than
last
once?
match? God, I hope so. I hope he don't have another one. But to me, that was like almost. I think half the people, not half, but I think some people actually tuned in and said he might not make it through this. You believe that?
It's like a
But
snuff film.
he could very easily have had a heart attack.
He did, supposedly.
And that
He
would
died twice.
he did not.
Yeah. Well, he passed out
No.
twice, and he said afterwards he had a heart attack. Like a mild heart attack that he only realised many months after. Anyway,
Now, wait a minute, who said that?
Oh,
Rick?
well, Ric Flair said that, yeah.
Automatically a lie.
Well, we're not talking about Rick here. There's something I want to ask you about Triple H. I don't think I've ever asked you this. So
Yeah.
Bret Hart once very famously, when said, how would you rate Triple H's skills as a professional wrestler? And Bret went, 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
I want your opinion on Triple H's work. You with the WWF when he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. You with the WWE when he was not only Triple H into his twilight years as an in-ring worker, of course, but also he was working behind the scenes and everything else. How would you rate Triple H purely his in-ring skills?
Well, I don't think Brett was that far off. I would say a 6.5 out of 10 is what I would say.
Okay, why?
But see,
Why would you?
I don't think his value really lay in his work. His value lays in his understanding of the business as a whole, and that's the position he's in now. I think he trained since he married Stephanie. I think he's trained to take Vince's place, and he went out of his way to learn the old school and the new school. And I think he's done a tremendous job at it, really, because he's a head of creative, and he's the one who has to listen to these ideas and mark this off and mark this off and put this in and take that out. And of course, he does that with the assistance of the creative. That's what they hired for. But I don't think his true value laid in his work, because he always worked old school to me. He took his time, and people hated him. He was a great heel. People hated him, bastard. But if the style worked for him, he got it to work, and he mastered it, I think.
Well, someone like Triple H you might call a decent worker, whereas someone like Randy Orton you would call a great worker. Would that be?
Yes. I think Randy Orton is, as far as work is concerned, I'm just comparing that. I think Randy Orton, I think he has the edge there by quite a margin. And see, it's the heel in the match who really makes the match. He can make that babyface. Babyfaces really can't make a heel that much. But the babyface, if he's over, he can almost jumpstart a babyface's career by getting beat. And there's a way to do it and a way not to do it. But I think if you compare the two, I think Orton has a lead on him.
Why? Can you give me a specific example of why Randy's better than Triple H? Like, if they both do the same thing, why Randy ought to do it better?
I think Orton. I think it's perception, because it's all based on a perception anyway. They really envision people. If you look at Randy Orton, he looks like one tough bastard. And I think if you put a picture of Randy Orton up, let's just go by pictures. Say they both get arrested, and you put their pictures up on the wall at the police station wanted. People look at Randy Orton's face. He looks tough. He looks mean. He looks like he could beat you up and then torture you. That's what his face looks like. But you look at Triple H, he's got a normal face and, not a bad looking guy, but you would automatically assume that Orton, just by the face, that's all you see, that if they got into a fight, Orton would win. Yes or no?
Yeah. I don't know.
And
if they're a real fight. Yeah, if they're a real fight, I'm not sure.
What now?
In a real, perceiving as a real fight. Triple H, just because you said, he's not a bad-looking guy, Triple H, some might disagree with you there, but Triple H wouldn't be one of them. Because back in, I think the rumor was in 2001 or something or 2000, when he was feuding with Kurt Angle, and then Stephanie was his girlfriend or wife or whatever on screen. And the story was going to be that Stephanie was going to leave Triple H for Kurt Angle, even if for a short while and whatever. And Triple H, so the story goes, actually blocked that storyline because he thought in his heart that no fan would ever believe that Stephanie McMahon would turn down Triple H for Kurt Angle.
So Triple H believed this?
Apparently so. That was his supposed rationale for blocking that storyline.
Let me go a little step farther. I think Stephanie turned it down and and blamed it on Triple H. She didn't want to do it, but Triple H did it for her.
It's all right.
Makes sense?
It killed Kurt Angle's momentum for a while there anyway. But, say lovey. He did well. He did well anyway. It didn't matter.